Today our conversations will flow with a little bit more ease. Definitely bringing in new insights, deeper connections, and excitement fills the air. Okay, it inspires us to be creative, and encourages us to take a step outside our comfort zones. In fact, we won't want our comfort zones on a day like today. Financial opportunities, social encounters could appear seemingly out of the blue. Okay, and each thing that we meet on our path today carries the potential to transform our life in very unexpected but beautiful, positive ways. We're being offered a chance to embrace change, to expand our horizons. So join me as we embark on a journey of self discovery, unlocking your path of transformation and success, gaining an understanding of how to utilize this energy, own this energy, moving forward today and every day. So, hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. You guys absolutely rock. I send it right back to you. Welcome to your daily focus, July the 8th, 2024. And we'll start with the numerology. So we have that beautiful 8 energy that works into the astrology quite well because it's all about creating our abundance, our prosperity, growing our stature. If we look at the daily numerology, we would have a 7 plus an 8 plus an 8. That gives us a 23 energy. Yeah, 23. 23 is about having a faith and a belief in yourself that you have the power to go forward, the strength to go forward, the courage to go forward, the confidence. But it's also about having a faith, a belief in God, your angels, the universe, your higher self, that things are being prepared for you as you step closer to them. 2 plus 3 is a 5, and the 5 energy is all about giggles and laughters, joy, creativity, allowing your inner expression to flow. The sun is in Cancer, the moon is in Leo, and Venus will sextile Uranus, okay? And that can bring in some new and exciting experiences in our social interactions. So this is the time to, be open. Be open to meeting new people, doing new things. Okay, there could be a sudden but very positive shift in your money matters. Okay, perhaps an opportunity emerges out of seemingly nowhere for you to take advantage of. But we also need to take care of thinking things through and not buying impulsively. We'll definitely lean towards wanting more personal freedom, less routine in our life. So be mindful of any changes that you introduce into your world. Look at it long term. Does it work? What kind of impact does it have in our lives? Now, Mercury is also going to sextile Jupiter, and that brings in just more positive energy, okay? Especially when we're talking, okay? Clear, effective communication. We feel good, absolutely. And it's time for a learning experience or two on our terms. So consider traveling to broaden your horizons, but don't stop there, okay? To take a course, attend a workshop, read a book. Join a group or a forum where you can join into the discussion. Or perhaps your path is one that's allowing you to share your knowledge, your wisdom, to teach others, your passions, the things that you've learned, how you have honed your skills, your abilities, your talents, what knowledge you bring forward to the world. And we need to stay extra focused on being balanced under this energy, okay? Because we could easily walk away from this energy with information overload. And when that happens, our focus starts to dim or we find ourselves overwhelmed with all that is in front of us. So make sure you're taking breaks. You're allowing yourself to let your hair down and enjoy the positive waves of energy that are coming crashing into your path today. Okay, let's turn to the cards. Now, oh my gosh, so we have a heat wave up here where I live. And probably some of you are saying, well, that's not that hot, Telly, but it's the humidity that kills us. It just drags us down, and, we just turn into wet dish rags, really. I live in the country, so I don't have air conditioning throughout my house. So I've got like a little air conditioner in the window, which makes noise. So I know that it's a lot harder to hear me if the fans are going and everything, but wow, I start to melt. So right now, I literally have a bucket of ice water. Here, I'll splash it a little bit under the desk. With my feet stuck in it, because when you get your feet cooled off, well, the rest of your body cools off a little bit. And I'm hoping to get through the readings doing this. But if in your weeklies or something you hear a fan in the background, yes, there is. It's my air conditioning, because I just couldn't take it anymore. Also, I might have a little bit of difficulty doing them. My daughter, oh my goodness, my daughter phoned me last night. And she's sobbing uncontrollably, and she said, "Mom, I need you. I need your help." And her dog was at the emergency vets. She thought maybe it was just a little bit of dehydration or something, but it wasn't. He finally passed around 4:30 this morning, and so I've been. We're a couple of hours away, and there's not really much I can do except hold her, which is something that I do want to do, but I have readings to do. I have obligations and responsibilities besides these, besides you guys. And I know you would be understanding if I disappeared, because you always are. You always have my back. You're just like my best family ever. But this dog has been her child. It's been with her since she's left home. It's been with her through relationships and jobs and new places to live. And the constant in her life was always her dog Paisley. So, and I talked to her like 12 hours later, and she's still sobbing uncontrollably. Like it's just really, we always have, I've had a lot of pets in my life, but there's just been a couple that have just hit me to the point where I just can't stop. I just can't stop. The pain is so, immense. So my heart is really with her rather than with the cards, okay? So I will give you that. I do believe that I can bring in the daily energies and, read them with a level of mastery. But I don't know how many I will be able to actually do, because my energy is really with her. So anyways, off the cards. We were going to the cards, weren't we? I got off on the... So, I mean, send her angels, send her light, send her love, so that she can start to heal. The tears will come a little less, and the smiles and the giggles of the memories will come a little bit sooner. Okay. Underlying energy for today is, look at this, the Two of Wands. We are summoning in our tomorrows. We are understanding what we want to bring in. It's probably a sense of freedom. Okay, and that's where we are going to be building our knowledge base. We're going to grow more wisdom. The knowledge is power, right? So we know that when we start to hone an ability, a talent, or gain knowledge about something, we grow in our flair and what we can do and how we can do it so effortlessly. So we can add new layers to it. It's like driving a car, right? At first it was like, oh my gosh, okay, key. Foot on the brake, turn the key, right? And every you're driving down the road and you're looking at everything, and now you're driving down the road and you can put on your lipstick or fix your hair or change the radio station or eat the burger or drink the pop or whatever you're doing, because we've layered and we've made our habits, the new things, we've struggled through them to make them habits in our life. And once they become habits in our life, then they become second nature in our life. And so we can do a lot of things without even thinking it. Okay, we can take it right back to taking our first step. Okay, we took that first step and eventually we ran. We got that tricycle. Eventually, we were doing a two-wheeler, whatever it might be, right? So it is about growing ourselves in new ways, coloring outside the lines, stretching our comfort zones a little bit, looking for the new experience, looking for the new thing to learn. Okay, and here we are summoning in what we want to bring in. This tells me we've done a lot of work clearing already in our lives in order to bring this in. So I don't think it's so much, I'm not getting from this card that we have to clear a lot of things, but rather we need to embrace this energy. We need to utilize this energy to grow ourselves, grow our path, bring in our successes, bring in our prosperity. Our first card is the Tower card. The Tower card is all about awakenings. Oh, Amanda, I'm sorry you couldn't see the cards. I'm trying to get used to all these different cameras and where they are and how the light hits it, and I'm adjusting lights and I'm putting up, things all the time I wasn't really paying attention. I'm all like this, right? I got the Italian in me. My hands are always going when I talk. My daughter too, right? We're just like, it looks like we're doing sign language, but we're really not. Our hands don't mean anything, but they move a lot when we talk. And so sometimes I just let my natural person come out, and they're holding the cards, and it doesn't work as well for you. So I will try and hold the cards so that you can see them a little bit more clearly. Thank you for letting me know, because sometimes I become unaware of some of the things I do. So let me know, please. Okay, awakenings, the Tower, the first card. When we have awakenings as our very first card, this tells me that we will be, if we are open to new experiences and new ways of doing things, maybe a new way to invest our money, or a new way to approach our boss for that promotion or that pay raise, or we meet new people altogether and we learn about a different culture or things they like to do we've never done before, and immersing ourselves in new learning experiences is just beautiful around this time. When we do things like that, sometimes what happens in our life, and more often than not, is the old falls away. Plus, once we learn or we grow our minds in some way, it can never go back to the same dimensions again. So this is all about expanding our horizons. And maybe we hear something today and it doesn't click in for 3 weeks later or something, that something else is layered on top of it. So don't think, oh, Tilly, I went the whole day. I even played the video back at the end of the day to see what I might have missed. And nothing really happened to me. And I can guarantee you, so long as you left your four walls and you got out there and you socialized, or you networked yourself, or you decided to learn something, that is going to help you down the road. You may not realize it at this moment, okay? But as things fall away in the past, we awaken to a new sense of who we are and where we're going and what we want to create. We have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very solid diplomat that sits there in calm, in peace, in grace. Okay, and that's a lot to do with this energy. I mean, look at the waves crashing around him, and he doesn't blink an eye, because he knows he has thought it through. He knows that even though there's drama or chaos going on around him, that he will not be affected, because he has thought his steps through. And that's what we are being asked to do. I mean, if a great money opportunity comes your way today, don't just embrace it and start running and saying, yelling, start the car, start the car. No, you want to back it up a little bit and think, okay, what is this going to look like long term? Or is it something good? They said it's good, but is it good? And doing your own research. I don't even think I mentioned research or anything, but of course we'll be doing that, because we are in learning mode. Okay, so this is grounding ourselves and making us aware of our choices and our movements on our path, so that everything is complementing where we are going rather than working against us sometimes. And we have the Hermit. Now, Hermit is one to wander off into the cave or the desert and sit there in quiet contemplation, envisioning the new path forward, envisioning where to go, and tapping into the knowledge and the wisdom of the present time, of what you already have to work with in order to go forward. So it might not mean that you have to go out and spend a lot of money in order to get a new idea off the ground, but you have a lot of things that you can work with in the present that will do for now until it starts paying for itself. And then that's when you invest into something greater for yourself. So this is one where we are thinking about our new way forward, the steps we need to take, how we are going to take them with a mastery. And once again, the energy is very strong. We have the Hermit and the Tower, both on, so 2 Arcana cards out of the 4 major Arcana. With a king there, so the king is a very diplomatic, intuitive person who is, and the King of Cups, thinking about the passions, the joy, the beauty that he wants to embrace on a consistent basis, but also thinking through and making the plan of how to make it a reality instead of a misstep. Okay, because a lot of things can seem beautiful, right? Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge the opportunity by a sentence or two, okay? You want to delve into it. You want to understand what you're saying yes to and what you're saying no to. And then we have a very young energy of the 2 of Wands, asking for those new beginnings to come in to our lives. We'll get a oracle card. I'm going to take my feet out of the ice water because I feel them going numb. But now I'm going to start, so, it's just going to look like I'm melting or something. Oh my goodness. It's so uncomfortable when it's this humid. So I'm sure many of you live in humid areas as well, and so you do have some sympathy for me. Hopefully. And it's supposed to be at least another week of this, so I'm praying for a rain date, and I promise you I'm going to do all the weeklies and stuff in advance for you if I have a rain date where it actually, because the rain will then cut the humidity for us. Okay, we have the 24, be your best self always. Be your best self always. Look at us. We are riding a seahorse there. The seahorse, the male, takes care of the babies. With the seahorses, which is very unique in the, in many species of animals, they do have a purpose, but for the most part, it's always the mom. If there's going to be someone raising them, it's usually the mom, but not with the seahorses. It's the male that does that. Okay. Be your best self always. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling at this moment? Are you being the person you aspire to be? Remember that you determine how you feel. You are constantly choosing to feel the way you feel. It's understandable. We are all human, and there are times that we don't feel 100%. We drew this card today to help us remember to access the highest level of emotions now. Don't settle for less than you deserve. Do your utmost to achieve more. Love more, and be your best. So it definitely goes with the energy of, I forgot it already, my gosh. Don't settle for less than you deserve. So it's about opening up our horizons to new expansive opportunities, coloring outside the line, getting out of our comfort zone, getting out of that rut, trying something new, meeting someone new. Do your utmost to achieve more, which is something that we'll be wanting to do today. Love more. Well, you should always want to love more and to be your best, okay? Now we'll get an animal card, and thank you for the resounding happiness that I got from all of you for bringing back this deck. It's always been a favorite of mine. I've got to put my feet back in. I'm starting to melt. I can feel myself starting to melt. My goodness. Okay, here we go. Yes, I'm drinking lots of ice water. I'm staying hydrated. I'm staying in the shade. I'm doing all the stuff I'm supposed to do, but I'm also trying to be in the office in my brand new desk. That I manifested. I can't believe it. It's a giant L. It's like 9 feet down this way. It's 6 feet across back there. It's 6 feet across up here. It's just gorgeous and beautiful. My goodness. Okay, here we are. Oh, we have the bear again, awakening. You know what? I might not have shuffled them because we have the bear again. I don't think I've touched this deck since we had the bear, which tells me that I put the deck away. I do smudge them, but I didn't give them a good shuffle. Now, if the bear comes back out, then I apologize, but no, we have More in line with the energy, absolutely, is the horse for freedom. So it is about our freedom today. It's about breaking out of those routines. And it's not necessarily the routines that we want to break out. I mean, we want more personal freedom to do the things that we want to do when we want to do them, absolutely. But it's also about getting rid of some of those things that take up your time or take up your energy or maybe even your resources in ways that don't appeal to you, in ways that don't move you forward, that doesn't support you, has no value in your life. And to omit some of those things, like if you are after supper, you sit on the couch for an hour and then you might move over to the chair after a while and then you call it a night or something, right? Take, when you're going to move from the couch to the chair, maybe do something, or before you sit on the couch, do something little, something that takes 5 minutes, okay? And then reward yourself with sitting on the couch. Make that a reward. And now you want to move over to the chair. Well, you're going to have to do something for 5 minutes. And maybe it's reading a chapter of that book and already grow your knowledge, grow your wisdom, whatever it might be. But you want to take the time to open up little windows of opportunity in your path, in your life, in what you do, to bring in a sense of freedom, to free up time, to free up energy, to free up your vitality, to step into where you want to. Why am I on the hedgehog? Here we go. Freedom. I'll get to the reading. Okay. Freedom, transformation, free spirit, move, and courage. The secret of happiness is freedom, and the secret of freedom is courage. So Horse has a powerful message to share with you in regards to your time of transformation and newfound freedoms. Sometimes it's easier just to sit in your fuzzy PJs and hope that life will change, and yet you continue to allow yourself to be shackled away from your true spirit and your soul. However, Horse tells you that it is time to dream big. It may be time to make changes within your current relationships, whether romantic or platonic. It could be that you feel stifled in your current career choice, and freedom doesn't mean that you have to give up your entire life. Instead, allow yourself to disconnect from the anchors tied around you. It takes courage, but the end result will be a positive one. Spend time in nature, taking in the feeling of the wind in your hair. Breathe in nature's goodness and just be. Just a few moments of solitude each day can allow your soul to reboot and clear itself from life's toxicities. Oh my gosh. You know what I meant. Freeing it in order to see the proper path. Horse could also mean it's time for you to move house locations and move into the country. Get air conditioning if you do. So don't be too harsh in your judgment of me, please. If I don't get the weeklies done, I'm going to try my best, but all my ice cubes have already melted and this water isn't even feeling cold anymore. So I'm going to go throw more ice cubes in, see how we do. I do apologize. This heat wave has not allowed me to get into my office to work, and I can do some work, but I can't. I don't want the fan on or the air conditioner, but maybe, we'll just have to suffer through it, and you'll hear this humming in the background of my videos. And if that's the case, please be kind, okay, and understand where I'm coming from. Okay, until we meet again, remember, I do love you.